Ruju? Good morning, Dr. Vijay Raghavan. This is JB Joshi.
Good morning, Dr. Joshi. How are you?
Yeah, fine, fine. Very nice to see you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Very good to see you. And thank you for having me here today. It's a great honor.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah.
So we'll be starting soon.
Yeah, yeah. Good.
I'll just come in 1 second.
Yes, please. Yeah. हो 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 तुझ्या ह्याच्यात आल्या काय मग प्रिंटआउट घ्यायचं असलं तर तुला कसं आहे
Good morning to everyone. A warm welcome to all of you on the occasion of the second convocation of Indian Institute of Science, Education and Research, Tirupati. Due to the prevailing pandemic situation, we are organizing this function in a hybrid mode, partially in person and partially in virtual mode. We welcome all our guests, Chairperson, Board of Governors, IISER Tirupati, Professor J.B. Joshi, Chief Guest, Professor Vijay Raghavan, Principal Scientific Advisor, Government of India, colleagues, parents, students, and most importantly, the second batch of 65 graduating students for your in-person or virtual presence in this function. All graduating students attending in person are requested to wear their stole and take their assigned seats quickly and not to move out of the hall till the conclusion of the convocation function marked by the academic procession leaving the hall. Safety announcements. Always remain masked and observe physical distancing. Drinking water dispensers and washrooms are on the extreme sides, that is the eastern and western ends of this building. In case of an unlikely emergency situation, please exit out of the roads marked exit on your front, right and left-hand side, and also at the rear of this hall, and assemble in the earmarked place outside the building. We request all guests and students to please switch off your mobile phones. To warm up for the occasion, we will now take you through a brief video on the highlights of the short history of IISER Tirupati from its beginnings in 2015.
Nestled among the picturesque range of the Tirumala hills is the bustling city of Tirupati, surrounded by rich flora and fauna, with Tirupati being chosen as one of the 100 cities to be developed under the Smart Cities mission by the Government of India. The Indian Institute of Science, Education and Research, IISER Tirupati, is one such institute that has been administered and set up by the Ministry of Human Resource Development, now renamed as the Ministry of Education, along with another institute the Indian Institute of Technology, IIT Tirupati, on the science and technology front. The foundation stone of IISER Tirupati was laid on 28 March 2015 by the then Union Minister for Human Resource Development, Srimati Smriti Irani, at Yerpedu Mandal, about 30 kilometers from the city center, along with that of IIT and IIIT. Tirupati is the only city in India to host an IISER and an IIT. With a faculty strength of about 10 members, the institute began the intake of its first batch of 45 undergraduate students in August 2015 and the subsequent batch of 64 students. It commenced all its activities in the transit campus at Sri Rama Engineering College and received mentoring from IISER Pune, one of the first IISERs to be established. The construction of the main campus is now underway at a brisk pace, with the UG block, including labs, lecture halls, and hostel facilities almost completed. Over these 6 years, the institute has grown in number with around 800 students and about 50 faculty members at present. IISER Tirupati is proud to have achieved an almost equal gender ratio through the years among students. The institute has meticulously charted programs and coursework for students who aspire to pursue an integrated BSMS course at the undergraduate level, integrated master's and PhD program, full PhD program, and postdoctoral research. These programs are offered broadly under the disciplines of biology, chemistry, earth and climate sciences, mathematics, and physics. The courses available to the students have variety and depth, with faculty at the institute drawn from diverse areas of specialization. The institute now offers more than 150 courses across various disciplines, and students have full freedom to mix and match courses to suit their interests. These courses are a blend of lectures and laboratory sessions to incorporate a research-based component while learning the subjects. The institute firmly believes that science should be taught as it occurs in nature and practiced as it is taught. The UG lab courses are supplemented by carefully designed experiments with necessary laboratory equipment, with a focus on strengthening basic concepts in science and allowing the students to explore their curiosity at the same time. The library at IISER Tirupati is a storehouse of information catering to the varied interests and requirements that each one has. With about 8,000 books, 2,000 plus e-journals and 9 databases, 20 print journals and magazines in numerous fields and genres with online accessibility. To further support the deep-rooted research-driven learning culture on campus, UG students have access to state-of-the-art high-end research facilities set up at the institute. These include NMR, mass spectrometry, confocal microscopy, single molecule force spectrometer, cell culture labs, etc., required to carry out frontline research. While every faculty member has niche expertise in their respective field of research, several of them are involved in interdisciplinary collaborative research crossing the boundary between seemingly unrelated subjects. The institute has witnessed a constant rise in the number of research publications in various international journals of high repute. Some of these publications even include BSMS students as co-authors reporting their semester projects and MS thesis projects. Even during the pandemic lockdown, the institute has combated the problem in its own way, contributing to enhancing publications, exploring innovative teaching methods, and organizing several webinars. IISER Tirupati established a state-of-the-art COVID-19 sample testing facility accredited and approved by the ICMR at the transit campus as suggested by the Ministry of Education and the Government of Andhra Pradesh. The lab has already tested around 58,000 samples as of now. The iGEM team of undergrads from IISER Tirupati bagged a gold medal at the International Competition on Synthetic Biology, iGEM, at Boston for the second time in a row for their project titled Koli Kaze, with an aim to combat the problem of antimicrobial resistance due to antibiotic pollution. The institute has established strong ties with a number of national and international institutions to enhance students' learning experience and faculty collaborations. Some of these collaborations include those with the Max Planck Society of Germany, University of Newcastle, and the University of Melbourne in Australia, and with the ENS and CNRS in France. On a national level, some of the biggest highlights have been the joint efforts with IIT Tirupati, Amar Raja Batteries, Angrao, and Sri Venkateshwara University. CAMOST, India's first center of national importance in the frontier areas of atomic, molecular, and optical sciences, was established last year as a joint initiative by IIT Tirupati and IISER Tirupati to address key challenges and promote innovative research solutions in these fields. The Institute holds regular colloquia with eminent researchers from across the globe for effective exchange of scientific ideas and research. Even during the pandemic, the Institute has conducted several virtual seminars and conferences, including the Intercity Number Theory Seminar, annual celebration of the International Humboldt Day, the STAR Collaboration Meeting, Quantum Time, Amos 20, and the Conference on Statistical Mechanics in Chemistry and Biology. The ongoing research from each department at the Institute is shared among the students and faculty through events such as Physics Day, Chembiosis, Synapse with IISER Tirupati, and A Day of Life. These include presenting research highlights and student poster presentations. Popularization of science and public outreach are aspects that the Institute has always laid a strong emphasis on. To make the process of learning science a joyous experience, the Institute organizes Science Day on the 28th of February each year, open to school and college students. This year, the event was conducted virtually with invited talks and a virtual science fair where students presented innovative ideas to tackle several societal issues. The Citizen Science Program is an outreach initiative by the Institute to actively work towards the conservation of the ecosystem in the Eastern Ghats. Vikshana, a forum to empower women scientists on campus, was recently launched with several activities planned to encourage and inspire women researchers and students for successful careers in science and allied fields. Unnati, the outreach arm of the Institute, is involved in social service in and around the campus, organizing blood donation camps, clothes donation drives, setting up libraries in government schools, and conducting workshops for students in high school. There are a number of student-run clubs that are active, with each club being mentored by faculty coordinators. Subject-specific clubs like BioVision, Birding and Trekking Club, Celestic, Schrodinger's Kittens, Synergy, Quasar, Petrichor, and the Math Club aim to improve students' collective understanding of the subjects and constantly fuel their curious minds. Other clubs such as the Literary Club, Shemushi, the Quiz Club, Anubhuti, the Classical Arts Club, Anurakti, the Dance Club, Jijivisha, the Drama Club, Fovia, the Photography Club, Breathe, the Mental Health Club, Prakriti, the Conservation Club, the Sports Club, and the Chess Club are several others that have played a major role in shaping a close-knit environment on campus. Being home to a confluence of students from various social and cultural landscapes from across the country, the Institute celebrates various festivals such as Onam, Holi, Ugadi, Ganesh Chaturthi, and Diwali. Vivante, the Science and Cultural Festival of IISER Tirupati, is a tryst of 3 days of unabated expression of students' talents which are explored through a myriad of events and activities. During the pandemic, the faculty and staff of the Institute came together to support those who had been adversely affected by the lockdown by distributing groceries and other essentials among them. The success and experiences of the batch of BSMS 2016 graduating this year has immensely influenced the batches to follow. Let us look at what some of them have to say about their experiences at IISER Tirupati as they chronicle their journey through the 5 years.
My life at IISER Tirupati began admittedly with my parents being a little bit worried about keeping me away from them. But soon after we attended the induction program and after I attended the freshers party, most of those worries were gone. From then, time at IISER Tirupati has passed very rapidly, be it due to regular academics, due to various festival celebrations, including the food festivals, the annual Fest Vivante, Science Day celebrations, and many more, and also due to the student club activities at IISER Tirupati.
I would like to thank IISER Tirupati for providing me the opportunity to intern at ENS Lyon, France. It was a wonderful learning experience and I was provided with world-class research facilities. Apart from that, I enjoyed cooking and learning French. Traveling during the Christmas holidays gave me unforgettable memories.
IISER Tirupati also provides us with opportunities for exploring our extracurricular interests, winning the science tech quizzes, taking part in science tech demonstrations, and also securing the fourth position in the national level Mimamsa science quiz along with my teammates Veena, Tushar, and Tamarai are some of my fond memories.
Not only academically, but IISER also supported us in other extracurricular activities like sports, because of which we could get medals in the inter-IISER sports meet in various events like athletics, basketball, and kho. Thank you so much, IISER, for all the support.
I believe that IISER Tirupati has provided me the platform to realize my interest in science and has further encouraged me to pursue a career in the same. Because of the kind of training that I obtained here and recommendations from faculties, I could bag 2 national level fellowships, namely National Initiative on Undergraduate Science Chemistry Fellowship and Indian Academy of Sciences Summer Research Fellowship.
My experience at IISER has been really foundational, and it involves all the internships which were possible because of my mentors at IISER Tirupati, their guidance and their recommendations. Another important milestone which I achieved was my participation in IGEM, which is an international synthetic biology competition held annually at Boston, Massachusetts in the USA. And I'll always cherish the days at IISER, and I hope to stay in touch with all of you. Thank you.
At the upcoming permanent campus, world-class facilities are being created for research, teaching, and student residence and recreation. With these efforts, IISER Tirupati will surely emerge as a premier research and education hub. With the dynamic interactions between faculty and students in the enabling environment, realizing the motto of the institute, creating infinite possibilities, is certain.
Ladies and gentlemen, the second convocation function of the Institute is about to commence. The academic procession will now be entering the hall. We request all of you in the hall to please rise and remain standing till all the members in the academic procession are seated. welcome to the second convocation of Indian Institute of Science, Education and Research, Tirupati. I now request Dr. Mohan Kumar, Registrar, IISER Tirupati, to start the proceedings and welcome the gathering.
Good morning to everyone. Convocation is a very important milestone in the academic journey of a student. It is a culmination of years of hard work and dedication in learning and acquiring knowledge and skills. Today, 65 students of IISER Tirupati belonging to the 2016, that is the second batch of the institute, will receive their Bachelor of Science and Master of Science degrees. We have with us today Professor K. Vijayaraghavan, FRS, the Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India, as the chief guest for the second convocation of IISER Tirupati, and we extend a very warm welcome to him for gracing this occasion online. Welcome to you, sir. We will be privileged to listen to the convocation address from Professor Vijayaraghavan in a short while. We also welcome our chairperson, Board of Governors, Professor J.B. Joshi, who is also with us online to preside over today's convocation function. A hearty welcome to you, sir. We also welcome all the members of the board, the Finance Committee, the Building Works Committee, who have joined us in person or online. The Senate of the Institute is the statutory body overseeing the academic functioning of the Institute and recommends the award of degrees, prizes, and medals. We have with us the members of the Senate of IISER Tirupati, with Professor K.N. Ganesh, Director, leading the Senate as the chairperson. We extend a warm welcome to the Director and all the members of the Senate who are with us in person and those who have joined us virtually. I would like to welcome in particular Professor K.N. Satyanarayana, Director, IIT Tirupati, who is here with us in person as a member of the Senate, and now he's also a member of the Board of Governors. So we have a representation of the Board of Governors also here. To the graduating students of the 2016 batch, a majority of whom have come here today in person, and to those who have joined us online, we extend a warm welcome to you all to this function, which is an important landmark in your life. We also welcome our faculty, staff, and parents of the graduating students and other students and special guests and invitees. A special welcome to Colonel Rajshekhar, who was the mentor registrar when the 2016 batch joined the Institute, and all others who have joined us in person or through virtual media for the function. We also welcome Madam Janki, our Colonel Registrar's wife, who has kindly accepted our invitation and come here. I warmly welcome Madam Suchitra, our Director's wife, who has also agreed and come to grace this occasion. We appreciate you being here with us. Thank you. I now request our Chairperson, Board of Governors, Professor J.B. Joshi, to declare the convocation open. Professor Joshi, can you please unmute?
Yeah, I declare the second convocation of IISER Tirupati open.
I now request Professor J.B. Joshi, Chairperson, Board of Governors, to introduce the Chief Guest, Professor K. Vijayaraghavan, Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India, and to request the Chief Guest to deliver the convocation address.
It is my pride privilege to introduce Professor K. Vijayaraghavan, Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India. Professor K. Vijayaraghavan, the Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India, succeeding Dr. R. Chidambaram on April 13, 2018, and the chairperson of Prime Minister's Science, Technology and Innovation Advisory Council. He was Secretary, Department of Biotechnology, Government of India from January 28, 2013 to February 2, 2018. The Principal Scientific Advisor works with all arms of the government, with our states, our citizens, national and international agencies. The goal is that the benefits of science, technology, and innovation solutions reach the most needy for the sustainable development of India and for the well-being of our planet. Vijay Raghavan is also a distinguished professor at the National Center of Biological Sciences, NCBS, Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, Bangalore, and was the NCBS director till 2013. He studied chemical engineering at the Indian Institute of Technology, Kanpur, and holds PhD in molecular biology from the Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, and was a senior research fellow at the California Institute of Technology. His research is on nerves and muscles and how complex behavior emerges during animal development. Vijay Raghavan is a fellow of all the science academies in India, the Royal Society, FRS, the Academy of Medical Sciences, UK, and Foreign Associate of the US National Academy of Sciences. He was awarded the Padma Shri by the Government of India in 2013. I now request Professor Vijay Raghavan to deliver the convocation address.
Thank you very much, Dr. Joshi, for that very kind introduction. And it's a wonderful pleasure to be here amongst all the graduating students today. And I also greet the director, the registrar, the members of the board, the faculty, staff, and everyone at IISER Tirupati. It was really wonderful to see the movie of how IISER Tirupati has grown and continues to grow. And it is absolutely incredible to see the enthusiasm, the drive, and the capacity which the students have demonstrated. They will go on, I'm sure, and develop major new programs, be leaders themselves, and have wonderful careers in India and all over the world. So all best wishes to them for a great future. I will not take too long. All the students are here very eagerly waiting to get their degrees, get their prizes, and enjoy themselves. The last thing that you want to hear is a boring, long convocation speech. So let me be brief. The world, in many ways today, looks a very strange place compared to what it looked 2 years ago. And yet, what is happening today was something which we all knew about, which scientists such as what many of you will become had predicted, and yet we allowed this to happen. So let me just very briefly address 3 points. How did we come here today as a world? Are we headed in the right direction? And if not, how can we course correct? And finally, what is the role for people such as you graduating today? How did we come here today? Now, there are 2 different aspects to the way we came here. One is us as life forms, as beings surviving on this planet. And that's the way we also ended up, just like all the other wonderful life forms on this earth. We were all accidents of evolution, and like all life forms, struggled to survive. And mere survival was, if you could call a goal, was our only goal. But there were some accidents of evolution which made us as humans significantly different. And those accidents of evolution are strangely rather small initially, but have had a disproportionate and huge impact. one accident of evolution is how we can oppose our thumb and forefinger. And when we do that, we can grasp tools, we can make tools, and we can shape our environment. The other accident of evolution is our ability to speak. This ability to make voices across a range of frequencies, modulate them, and to process those sounds in our brain requires changes both in our voice and our vocal cords, as well as in our brain. This took a much longer time. The next accident of evolution was the huge growth of our brain disproportionate to our body size as compared to what it is with other primates, with non-human primates. And this, we don't know why this happened, but this growth of brain requires substantial energy, and that energy probably came from our ability to know how to cook food and therefore pack high calorific content into it. All this resulted in us being able to shape the environment around us and changed into a situation where we started domesticating plants and animals. This is a rather dramatic change which took place. So we moved from hunter-gatherers from being able to cultivate plants, domesticate animals for our production. And this resulted in a significant growth in human population. But domestication of agriculture saps the soil, and there are certain limits to which this can be done. And therefore, you need to renew the soil with fertilizer. And people renewed the soil with fertilizers, with manure, with nitrites from guano, bird droppings. And later on, when these started become limiting, they started getting nitrite from mines. All this was still limiting. And if we did not move beyond this, we would have agriculture yield being at a certain level where global growth would not be unlimited, it would be limited, and populations would have been limited. So that would have been the situation. But early in the 20th century, there was an invention, the Haber-Bosch process, which allowed the taking of nitrogen from the environment and converting it into ammonia. That completely transformed agriculture. Sadly, it also transformed the way warfare took place. But the ability to get ammonia and to make fertilizers meant that soil could be renewed, fertilizers could be used widely, and agriculture boomed, and through that, population also boomed. And this had a spiraling effect on the growth of industry, mechanization, and so on. This resulted in the industrial revolutions, starting from the first in the early 20th century, late 19th century, right up to now, what is called the fourth industrial revolution. What does this all mean to the world today? If you look at the world today, we see something rather extraordinary. If this were 1947, a very large number of your board of governors, your faculty, people such as myself would be long dead. Lifespan at that time was in the early 40s. Today, lifespan has gone up to nearly 70, and it will go beyond that very soon. This has happened because of a variety of reasons, but the principal reason has been the reduction of diarrheal diseases, other infectious diseases through vaccination, and better nutrition, better early childhood health care, and so on. So this has been a rather remarkable success of science and technology in altering lifespan. And this has also resulted in extraordinary opportunities for through education, through training, and through technology. And humans have, completely changed the nature of the planet. So all this has resulted in a situation where we have moved to be people who control the destiny of our lives, the lives of all other animals and plants around us, and indeed the future of the planet, rather than being mere survivors of the planet. We have moved from being objects on this globe, struggling for survival, to those who actually wield the paintbrush of the future of the planet. This is a great change, and this is an enormous responsibility. So, around the time of domestication of plants and animals, about 10,000 years ago or more, humans, our livestock, and our pets amounted to less than 1% of vertebrate biomass on this planet. Today, humans, our livestock, and our pets amount to 98% of vertebrate biomass on this planet. So even though there are many, many hundreds and thousands of other species, we and our livestock dominate vertebrates on this planet. So this is also an asymmetry which we have created. Now, what are the driving forces of this? It's all too easy to say it is technological development, scientific development, allowed growth, and so on and so forth. But the fundamental driving philosophy behind our growth has been something which is interesting and has not been very clearly understood or stated. And that philosophy is a simple one. And this is a Western economic growth philosophy, which has now dominated the world. And that philosophy says that we must maximize high quality production and make products at the lowest cost for the largest market for the maximum profit and keep quality very, very high, right? Now, all this means one very simple thing. All this is feasible. And as Dr. Joshi as a chemical engineer and all of you as scientists know, that if you want to have lower entropy, you need energy. And if you constantly pump in energy, that comes at a cost. You must therefore grab energy from the environment, from other locations. You must have markets other than your own if you want to have your country as a very nice, beautiful, clean country with a high standard of living in a world which is very large, and you want to exploit markets elsewhere. Those markets will be proportionately poorer. Today's world is a very different world from this world. Today, we are demanding a world where we want sustainable development, high standards of living, a high quality of life for everyone, not a disproportionate asymmetric situation where some people have a high standard of life, living and a high quality of life. Some countries have it and others don't. Well, this seems thermodynamically and energetically a very demanding proposition. How can everyone be reasonably wealthy in a situation where you need to, exploit the environment, markets, or have workforces which are asymmetrically paid? And therefore, these asymmetries need to break down, and that is what we need to do and see how we can do that. I'll come to that. But there's another feature of this economic growth which we need to keep in mind. And that feature is to have wealth and order and quality and cleanliness now, we have messed up with our environment outside our immediate regions, and we have messed up with climate change in such a manner that we are making future generations pay for the order which we have created now. And therefore, we can get cheap, high quality products. If we factor in the costs of not having climate change inducing phenomena, of having a clean environment, a sensible environment, and not damaging our biodiversity, our products will cost a lot. So for cheap products for now, we are making our children and our grandchildren and their children pay for the state of the planet. This also is no longer tenable. So exploitation to create high standards of living in isolated communities is not tenable. Exploitation of the planet and having future generations to pay for it is not tenable. Now, it's not only not tenable from a philosophical, moral point of view, but it has now come to a situation, it is a matter of survival of the entire planet, not just of humans, not just of rich humans and so on. It is increasingly evident that it is not possible for countries, communities which are well-to-do to isolate themselves from the consequences of climate change, from the consequences of environmental damage, and the consequences of loss of biodiversity. We have tipped or almost tipped the balance to a situation where this is a situation where extreme remedies have to be taken. And that's where you come in. What we need to do, therefore, are not only to look at efforts for mitigating all of this, but changing this substantially and for adapting. All three are important. And this is where your role as young people going forward comes in. The principal challenge, no matter whether you're interested in algebraic geometry or interested in chemical reactions or want to become a factory manager or an economist or a tabla player, at the heart of everything we do needs to be a connect to our society and our environment so that we understand our responsibility in ensuring that we address issues of climate change, biodiversity, and the environment. How do we do this? Is there a solution? Is there a hope out? And I end by saying that yes, there is extraordinary hope available if people such as you grasp that. And they are there for some very interesting technological reasons, but also for some other reasons as a consequence of technology. Just as the early stage changes in us as humans through language allowed us to dramatically change and overthrow the limitations of evolution by natural selection and, and change in a dominant way by cultural evolution. Similarly, today, technological changes allow us to get energy at substantially lower costs. And also, this combined with changes in communication technology means that the use of energy and the use of communication to change the world become feasible. So reliable green energy will be available. This means livelihoods can happen in very distributed manners without polluting the environment. Mobility can be much less required on scale, and that's our duty to change that. Major migration to cities was considered inevitable as a indicator of economic growth. Maybe that is no longer necessary. So distributed economic communities where commuting and travel is not substantial is feasible. But communication through the internet is going to be more and more dominant, not just for regular interactions, but also for design, porting design from one location to another and linking that to manufacturing. And therefore, all of this will require, of course, the real world, the manufacturing, the packaging, and the transport. All of that will always be there. It will even increase, but it will increase in a manner where all of this will come back again to a distributed manner without compromising quality by having energy efficient methods and then having communication and transport in a green manner distributed. This is hopefully the future which we can make while attending to the environment, to the oceans, to the skies, and the earth in a sensible manner. This requires us to learn fundamentally to live together as communities in a manner which are equitable. We share resources, we look at each other and learn from each other, and there's peace between nations. All this is, of course, a big if, and therefore your role in economics, diplomacy, and politics are very, very important. So these are critically important. Despite all these efforts, we live in a very fragile and sensitive world. The pandemic is an indicator of that. And there is no law which says that just because we have had one now, another one will not come for another 100 years. And therefore, our responses to developing resilient infrastructure for these kinds of disasters and other kinds of disasters must also go through simultaneously. All this imposes great challenges. But the world is not only about challenges, it's also about joy and camaraderie and interaction and friendship amongst all of us. And that is something which you must also instill, I'm sure you will, so that we go forth and take on these kinds of challenges in a manner where we are enthusiastic, happy, and make societies which are truly complete. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring and thought-provoking convocation address to our young graduates. As a token of our appreciation and to take back memories of your participation in the convocation function, on behalf of the Institute, the director, Professor Krishna N. Ganesh, will present to you a memento. We will arrange to send the memento to you, sir. I now request Professor K. N. Ganesh, Director, IISER Tirupati, to present his report.
Dr. Vijayaraghavan, today's chief guest, Dr. J.B. Joshi, Chairperson, Board of Governors, members of the Board of Governors, members of the Senate, faculty colleagues, dear students and staff of the Institute, invitees, ladies and gentlemen. I have great pleasure in presenting to you the report of the Institute for the year 2021. Let me begin by congratulating all the students who are graduating today. Being only the second batch, they have graduated while the Institute was getting established in the transit campus. Hence, it is both creditable and a matter of great pride for the Institute. In August 2020, Professor J.B. Joshi was appointed as the first regular chairperson of the Institute. Professor Joshi is a very distinguished chemical engineer, an applied researcher of international repute, and an excellent teacher and mentor. Sir, the Institute is very fortunate to have a person of your eminence to guide and mentor us. Today, IISER Tirupati has 600 BSMS students and 200 integrated PhD, and postdoctoral students, 49 faculty members, and 46 administration staff. As the world witnessed, the year 2021 has been unprecedented in the recent history for the whole world for reasons best known to all of us. After the first lockdown on 21st March 2020, the Institute opened up in the early October 2020 for PhD students and in December for the fifth year BSMS project students who are graduating today. As the second wave sneaked in March 2021, the Institute closed down again and the 200 students staying on the campus went home safe before travel restrictions came into effect. The Institute again opened up in July 2021 for all research students. Residential and academic life on campus is fully as per the COVID protocols. The first convocation of the Institute was held in online mode on 26 August 2020 with Dr. K. Kasturirangan, former chairman ISRO and the architect of National Education Policy 2020 as the chief guest. The pioneering 2015 batch of 35 students received their BS and MS degrees online. Most of them have chosen research career in India and abroad at well-known institutions. The iGEM team from IISER Tirupati bagged a gold medal at the International iGEM competition at Boston held online in November 2020, and the Institute is delighted that our students won an iGEM gold medal for the second time in succession. The Nobel Evening at the Institute was organized on 7th November 2020 with lectures on the Nobel Prize winning topics. The National Science Day was celebrated on 28th February this year with Professor Shahid Jamil, a well-known immunologist from Ashoka University, delivering a lecture on COVID-19, and Mr. Ramji Raghavan, founder of Agastya Foundation, speaking on outreach activity for gifted students. During the COVID days, our faculty regularly interacted with top students of Navodaya schools on Sunday evenings to inculcate a spirit of scientific inquiry and inspiring them with exciting science happenings. The International Women's Day was celebrated on March 7, 2021, with a webinar organized by Vikshana, the Forum of Women Scientists in IISER Tirupati. Lectures on a woman mathematician's journey and gender equity was followed by illuminating discussion by the participants. The sixth Foundation Day lecture was delivered on 29th March 2021 by Professor Govindan Rangarajan, Director, Indians of Science, Bangalore, on the topic Brain-Machine Interface. The CNR Rao Educational Foundation Awards for the best students in first and second semester, and the Institute's Excellence Awards for best academic performance were presented. The Institute Appreciation Prizes for meritorious services of faculty, administration, and support staff were also presented on the occasion. Despite the lockdown and most working from home, several national and international symposia were organized during this time in an online mode. These include Chembiosis in May 2020, Future Trends in Electrochemistry on May 28, 2020, workshop on subject enrichment for biology science teachers in Andhra Pradesh, Neuroscience Conference, and the Intercity Number Theory Conference during August 2020. The International Humboldt Day celebration was jointly held by IISER Tirupati and NCBS Bangalore during September 14 to 18, 2020, with talks from leading biogeographers. As part of the Physics Day 2020, Quantum Time, IISER Tirupati showcased the recent research on the theme of quantum matter and technology. The Institute signed several MOUs with prestigious national and international institutions for research collaboration, students, faculty exchanges, and joint academic programs. These include all IISER umbrella MOU with ENS France, joint MOU with University of Melbourne, Australia, and SV University Tirupati for BS blended program, MOU with Temple University, Philadelphia, extension of all IISER's MOU with Max Planck Institute, Germany, MOU with IIT Tirupati for joint undergraduate courses and joint research projects, MOU with Acharya N.G. Ranga Agricultural University for joint research program along with IIT Tirupati on precision agriculture, and MOU with Police Department of Andhra Pradesh State for developing foreign science course, and MOU with IIT Kanpur for participation in Center for Ganga River Basin Management and Studies. IISER Tirupati is also a partner in Tirupati Education Cluster with IIT, SV University, and Sri Padmavati Mahila Vishwavidyalayam for sharing all institutional infrastructure and enable development of joint pedagogy and research projects. Several lectures on student career opportunities were organized with US-India Educational Foundation, NTU Singapore, and Temple University, Philadelphia. Dr. Ambarish Saxena from IIT Tirupati held an interactive session with IISER students on opportunities in pharma industry and challenges of transition from academics to industry. A number of our students have done us proud in securing recognitions for their academic merit. Harsha in mathematics, Anjali Kumar Singh in biology, Reshma Babu in chemistry, Derek Gomes in physics, and Pooja Yadav in chemistry were awarded the Prime Minister Research Fellowship in 2020-2021. Krishna Das was chosen for DAD by nationally supervised PhD at Leibniz Institute of Vegetable and Ornamental Crops at Grossbeeren in Germany. Mr. Dibya Saha received 3 months internship at EPFL Lausanne and has continued there for PhD as well. Ms. Ranjita secured internship at ENS Lyon, France in November 2020 for her MS thesis. Ms. Shubhra Singhal and Mr. Shreyas Parikhe, mentored by Dr. Vasudha Rani Devanathan, received Seed for Change grant of $10,000 from Mittal Foundation. Several faculty members also have made us proud during the past year with professional recognitions. Professor Vijay Mohanan Pillai received J.C. Bose Fellowship from DST. Dr. E. Balraman and Dr. Aravindan got selected for prestigious DST Swarna Jayanti Fellowships. Dr. Annapurna Devi Allu and Dr. Kanagasekaran were selected as Associate Fellows of Andhra Pradesh Academy of Sciences. Dr. Sai Kranti received Young Scientist Award of Andhra Pradesh Academy of Sciences. And Dr. Vijayalakshmi Subramaniam was awarded the prestigious Wellcome Trust Intermediate Fellowship. Professor B.J. Rao, Chair of Biology and Dean Faculty, superannuated on 31st March 2021. We are delighted that he has been appointed as the Vice Chancellor of Central University of Hyderabad, and we are immensely proud of this IISER contribution. Professor Ramesh Sonti, an eminent plant biologist from CCMB, is succeeding Professor B.J. Rao as Chair of Biology and Dean Faculty. The Center for Atomic, Molecular and Optical Sciences and Technologies, CAMOS, is a joint initiative of IIT Tirupati and IISER Tirupati, and it was inaugurated by Dr. Arabinda Mitra, who is the Scientific Secretary in the Office of PSA, Government of India, on August 14, 2020. A web conference, AMOS 20, was organized during 14 to 18 December 20 with lectures by distinguished atomic and molecular physicists. The construction of main campus at Erepedu, executed by CPWD, is making fast progress since the groundbreaking function on October 1, 2020. The physical progress of the construction is 15%, in spite of the work being severely hampered due to COVID, and is expected to be complete by December 2022. All statutory clearances from the state government authorities have been obtained. The water supply for permanent campus from Telugu Ganga project, covering 26 kilometers by pipeline, is being executed by Andhra Pradesh State Department. It is complete to about 75% now. The National Highway authorities are executing an underpass from the staff residence side of the campus to academic building side across NH 565. The construction of 6,000 square meters of UG lab block, where the convocation is being now held, and the students' hostel of 540 capacity is now complete. All undergraduate laboratories have been well equipped, as you must have seen in the video. I wish to thank our students who made this video what you saw, which is guided by Dr. Annapurna Devi in record time. When classes start in person, the 2019 and 2020 BSMS batch of students will be housed in this campus. As part of our contribution to pandemic situation in the state and the country, the Institute established a state-of-the-art COVID testing facility with BSL 2+ standard in the transit campus. The facility has been approved by ICMR, and the AP State Health Ministry is supporting by providing the test kit. The facility delivers the test reports on the same day, and till now, close to 60,000 samples have been received and analyzed. Research publications. The Institute faculty published 134 research papers in the calendar year 2020, with an increase of 40% over that in 2019. Some of the high-impact journals where publications have appeared are Journal of American Chemical Society, Cell, Nature Reviews, Nature Communication, Nature Physics, ACS Applied Energy Materials, Organic Letters, Physics Review Letters, Chemical Science, Journal of Material Chemistry, Journal of Cell Physiology, Small, ACS Catalysis, etc., name a few. The academic performance and other activities of the Institute did not dampen much in spite of the COVID lockdown, and we now look forward to a brighter year ahead. The COVID fatigue after long inactive stay at home will be energetically replaced by renewed spirits of faculty and students who are raring to return to campus. Before I close, I wish to thank the Board of Governors and the Ministry officials for all their support and guidance in steering IISER Tirupati safely in the dangerous COVID waters. Stay safe, and thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for presenting the report on the Institute's activities. The award of degrees, prizes, and medals will now commence. I request Professor Gauri Ambika, Coordinator, Academic Programs, to present the candidates for the award of BS and MS degrees, and Professor K.N. Ganesh, Chairperson, Senate, to admit them.
I, the Coordinator of Academic Programs, present to you, sir, 65 students, including those in absentia, who have completed the prescribed courses of study. 64 have been declared eligible to be awarded both the degrees of Bachelor of Science and Master of Science, and one student has been declared eligible to receive the Bachelor of Science degree. I pray that they be admitted to the said degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Director and Chairperson of the Senate of IISER Tirupati, I admit the candidates presented, including those in absentia, to the degrees of Bachelor of Science and Master of Science of the Institute, with all the honors, rights, privileges, and expect them to be worthy of the same.
I will now call out the names of the graduating students being awarded Bachelor of Science and Master of Science degrees and appearing in person one by one. I start with Ramveer Singh. Sayujya Prakash, she is getting BS and MS degrees with distinction. Gokul Babu S. Jamila Parveen P. Aisha Shigna N. Sinsi P. Varghese. Tushar Ranjan Satpathy. Hariharan DS. Amartya Pal. Kiran MN. Akshay Than. Akhila Ajit. Dixon P. Matthew. Neetu Abraham. Aparna CK. Parvati S. Gopinath. T. Sanjana. Subhashri Mal. Swapnil Bhagat. Abhijit KS. M. Kalyani. Niladri Das. Ranjita R. She is getting BS and MS degrees with distinction. K. Shweta. Riya P. Mamachan, BS and MS degrees with distinction. Omkar Vinayak Nipanikar, BS and MS degrees with distinction. Sahil Tadke. Bhabesh Kumar Tripati, he is getting BS and MS degrees with distinction. Veena Shankar Abadhani, BS and MS degrees with distinction. Karthika Krishnakumar. Sushri Swati Pratnya Behra. Vishnu P. Nikita Nunawat. Nikhil S. Yashwant P.S. Raham Dil Usman. Atul Joseph. VC Tamaraivalli. She is getting BS and MS degrees with distinction. Gayatri R. Nayana Pradeep. Shamila Minnu Kesi. Ashish Joy. And Harsh Sonkamble. He is getting BS degree. Thank you, sir. I will now announce the names of the graduating students being awarded Bachelor of Science and Master of Science degrees in absentia and virtually. The photograph of the student and his or her degree certificates will simultaneously be displayed on the screen. Manisha. Hukya Durga Prasad Nayak. Sachin Rathod. Ashish Kumar Majhi. Jayesh Dave. Revati Menon. Dibya Saha. Ardra M. Bharati Venugopal. Vikas Yadav Y. Aditya Sharma. Kapil Padidar. Ansa Sunir R. Jitish Joy. Chili Rajesh. Pati Rajashekhar. Dake Mrigank Devendra. Amrita ML. Uttara Khatri. Akshara Vincent. And Rajalakshmi AR. Congratulations and best wishes to all graduates.
The Chairperson, Board of Governors, Professor J.B. Joshi, has signed the Register of Graduates, which may please be displayed.
Professor G. Ambika, Coordinator, Academic Programs, will now present the candidates for the award of Institute's Gold Medal, Silver Medals, and the prize for the best graduating student.
The Institute Gold Medal is awarded to the student who tops the BSMS batch by securing the highest cumulative grade point average. I present you, sir, Ms. V.C. Thamarai Valli for the award of the Institute Gold Medal in 2021. V.C. Thamarai Valli has an outstanding academic record all through the BSMS program, and she tops her batch with a CGPA of 9.5 on a scale of 10 with specialization in mathematics. She joined the IISER Tirupati with DST Inspire Scholarship and was awarded the Institute's Academic Excellence Prize in 4 semesters. During her study at IISER Tirupati, Thamarai attended summer training program in mathematics at TIFR Mumbai 3 times. Her MS thesis project was on study of plane curves with Professor D.S. Nagaraj. Among the offers she received, she has decided to pursue research in mathematics at the PhD level in University College London. Thamarai is truly exceptional in being extremely good in academics as well as in sports and other extracurricular activities. She received a special prize for distinguished performance in the group discussion round of Mimamsa 2019 mains. She actively participated in the activities of Maths Club, Sports Club, and Quiz Club, and functioned as sports secretary and captain of the IISER Tirupati girls basketball team. She won medals in athletics, kho-kho, and basketball in inter-IISER sports meet, and also the Best Athlete Award in 2017. Congratulations, Thamarai, and I request Director and Chairperson Senate to award the medal and the certificate. The prize for the best graduating student is awarded to the student with excellent performance in academics and extracurricular activities. The award comes with a certificate of merit and a prize money. I present you, sir, Mr. Bhabesh Kumar Tripati for the award of the prize for the best graduating student in 2021. Bhabesh Kumar Tripati completed BSMS program with CGPA 9.0 with specialization in biology. During the study at IISER Tirupati, he was a KVPY scholar, and his MS thesis project was Professor Indranil Mitra in the Advanced Center for Treatment, Research and Education in Cancer, Navi Mumbai. The project led to a publication in the journal Genes in 2021. Bhabesh received the prestigious Corona Fellowship for summer internship at the University of Chicago in 2019 and worked with Professor Marsha R. Rosner at the Ben May Department for Cancer Research. He participated in 2 online workshops organized by Under Agastya Foundation in 2020. He was a member of the IISER Tirupati team that won the gold medal in IGEM 2019 Boston, US. Bhabesh plans to pursue his PhD in biological sciences. He was an active member of BioVision, the biology club of IISER Tirupati. He was in the winning team in Science Day quiz competitions for 3 consecutive years and enthusiastically involved in Science Day demonstrations for school children and other outreach activities. He was part of the IISER Tirupati cricket team in IISM 2018 and 19. He is the recipient of the Foundation Day Prize for extracurricular activities in 2021. Congratulations, Bhabesh, and I request Director and Chairperson Senate to award the Certificate of Merit. The Institute Silver Medals are awarded to students who obtain the highest CGPA in a discipline other than the discipline in which the gold medal and the best graduating student is awarded. I present you, sir, Mr. Omkar Vinayak Nippanikar from the discipline of physics for the award of the Institute Silver Medal in 2021. Omkar Vinayak Nippanikar stands first among the students with specialization in physics with a CGPA of 9.1. He completed BSMS program with DST Inspire Scholarship and qualified recently for CSIR Junior Research Fellowship. His MS thesis was with Dr. K.P. Yogendran in IISER Mohali. He was among the top 1% from Andhra Pradesh in National Graduate Physics Examination in 2019. Omkar plans to pursue a research career in theoretical high-energy physics. Omkar was actively involved in student club activities, especially Physics Club, and also in Science Day demonstrations organized by the Institute for school students. Congratulations, Omkar, and I request Director and Chairperson Senate to award the medal and the certificate. I present to you, sir, Ms. Veena Shankar Abadhani from the discipline of chemistry for the award of Institute Silver Medal in 2021. Veena Shankar Abadhani completed BSMS program with DST Inspire Scholarship, securing the highest CGPA of 9.1 among students with specialization in chemistry. Her MS thesis was with Dr. Shibadas Banerjee at IISER Tirupati. She has worked as National Initiative on Undergraduate Science Chemistry Fellow and as Indian Academy of Sciences Summer Research Fellow. Her project resulted in a publication in Journal of Molecular Liquids in 2021. She was awarded the Best Poster Prize from RSC Advances during the 7th Interdisciplinary Symposium on Materials Chemistry in 2018. She plans to pursue research for PhD in chemistry. Congratulations, Veena. And I request Director and Chairperson Senate to award the medal and the certificate. Congratulations once again and best wishes to all the award winners. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for presenting the medals and the prize. I now request Professor J.B. Joshi, Chairperson, Board of Governors, IISER Tirupati, to deliver his address. Unmute. Unmute.
Thank you very much. Honorable Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India, Professor K. Vijayaraghavan, Professor K. N. Ganesh, Director of IISER Tirupati, other faculty, distinguished invitee, the non-teaching staff, and my dear students. First of all, hearty and enthusiastic congratulations to all 65 students who have received their degrees today. I also congratulate Miss Thamirai Valli, Bhavesh Tripathi, Onkar Nipadikar, and Miss Veena Avadhani for earning the gold and silver medals for their special performance. I'll be brief. The first point I would like to say is, as far as progress in life, success in life is concerned, all of you are equally fortunate. Some students may be 6 feet tall, some may be 5 feet tall, some black hair, some gray hair, some gray color. There may be a lot of differences, but these differences don't matter as far as the success and progress in the life is concerned. So all of you be confident from within that everybody of you can become successful. Some of you are planning higher education. Some of you are going to the outside world and entering into the profession. One thing is common, though there are a lot of differences, let he or she be a multi-billionaire businessman, or a professor, or a student, or a person working on the road. There are always ups and downs in the life. Nobody is spared in this world regarding these ups and downs. So whenever there are downs, my advice to you, my dear students, is keep smiling all the time. The smiling faces, they reduce entropy of the atmosphere and increase the creative ambience of the institute. Those who complain and have excuses in life, I have observed students over the 50 years, and such students do not go anywhere. So this is very, very useful suggestion that I'm giving you. When you enter in a profession, my second advice is for first 5 years, just listen carefully and observe carefully. If you are working for an industry, then somebody will be managing director, somebody will be president, somebody will be general manager, senior manager, and some people will be working as junior operators. So you can observe them. What are the special qualities that managing director is having? Because of that, he has become managing director, and some person has remained an operator. During this period, actually, I'm saying throughout the life, please don't criticize anybody. That normally bounces back and it increases again the entropy of the system. So first 5 years, try to understand this world. This world is actually very, very beautiful in terms of mountains, rivers, the Himalaya, the lakes, the ocean, the jungles. All of them are so beautiful. Music is beautiful. Food is beautiful. So don't think of profession and profession, only profession. Enjoy. And this enjoyment will improve your creativity, your creative ability, and will make you successful. I want to repeat the advice of our honorable chief guest for remaining grateful to the society. Society has given us a lot. Your parents, you say thank you. You can say thank you to everybody you meet. Say thank you to teachers. Say thank you to your institution. And you get so many things from outside, and be grateful to them all the time. While you can become successful in life, I think it's a good idea to have honest introspection periodically. Maybe once in a month is a good idea. And in that we can try to find out how much I have received from the society and how much I'm giving to the society, which I'm continuing myself. I superannuated 12 years ago and I'm getting pension. The per capita income of India is 1 lakh rupees per year. And as a nation, we are 140th from the top or 12th from the bottom. And indeed, our nation is poor. So such a poor nation is giving me pension 12 times per capita income. So I think what exactly I'm doing now and receiving 1 lakh rupees per month. And that gives me sufficient driving force. And I'm developing excellent technologies, implementable technologies for carbon nanotubes, graphene, CNT fibers, valorization of agricultural waste, millions of cashew fruits which are thrown, 2 million tons of jackfruits are thrown, the technologies in the area of solar energy. What I'm trying to say that whenever we try to introspect and what we are getting from outside, then you will get sufficient driving force for doing something which is very creative. In this process, you definitely need innovative ability. I started saying that all of you are innovative. Just try to find out in which particular area or in which particular quality you are strong. Now there are methods available to find out the strengths of any individual. So it's a good idea to find out and choose any challenge and solve it, because you already have abilities, so you will be able to solve. What is required, some lot of persistence is required, patience is required, and what I consider most important is humility. Even if you get great successes, if you have the quality of humility, then you can get more successes, you can be more innovative. Any one day, if you become proud of your achievements, then that is the end of your creativity. So I consider innovativeness is very important. Our chief guest, he mentioned the process of ammonia and Haber. See the persistence. He tested 5,000 catalysts, 5,000 catalysts before declaring that he has a successful process. So that kind of persistence and patience is required. I give you a sort of a final point, which has proved very, very useful for me, is time balance in life. Always keep a diary with you, and every 1 hour you can write down what exactly you have done in that 1 hour. And maybe the month end, open the diary and try to find out how much time was used in creative activities and how much time we have wasted. One survey has shown that normally we people waste more than 90% of time. You can calculate yourself, but 90% of the time we either worry about whatever we have done in the past, and we have anxiety about the future, and we spend a lot of time in anxiety and remain away from creative thinking and creative abilities. So please do this time balance. See, if more than 90% is wasted, and if you save another 4-5%, your efficiency will become twice. Right? The common man has efficiency of 3%. Those great Gautam Buddha had efficiency of 100%. So you can try to understand what can take you, and this is not difficult of improving the efficiency. With these few words, I again heartily congratulate all of you, and I'm confident that all of you will have grand successes in your individual lives. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for addressing the gathering and for your valuable words to the graduating students. The Director and Chairperson of the Senate will now administer the exhortation to the graduating students. The graduating students in the hall are requested to please rise for the exhortation.
Dear graduating students, direct your knowledge and intellectual attainment in pursuit of truth. Be honest in thought, deed, and word while discharging the duties of your profession. Devote your time for the well-being of society and respect the dignity of the individual. Uphold the values of integrity and scholarship at all times. Be worthy of your alma mater and acclaim its dignity and honor. Strive for the unity, integrity, and progress of our country and mankind at large. Thank you.
Thank you. And the graduating students will now take their seats. I now request Dr. Mohan Kumar, registered IISER Tirupati, to propose the vote of thanks.
We have come to the conclusion of the second convocation of our institute, and it is my privilege and duty to acknowledge and express our gratitude to many people who have been a part of this solemn function. Professor K. Vijayaraghavan, our chief guest of today's function, has been very kind in readily accepting our request to be the chief guest for the second convocation. In spite of his several other commitments and pressing demands on his time, he accepted to come online and deliver his convocation address. We thank him for sharing his thoughts with the graduating students. Sir, we thank you for accepting our invitation to be the chief guest, your virtual presence throughout the function, and for delivering an inspirational convocation address. Our chairperson, Professor J.B. Joshi, has always been an ardent supporter of the Institute, constantly guiding and motivating us as chairperson of the Board of Governors and the chairperson of the Finance Committee. So your presence and sharing of your valuable words and thoughts for the graduating students is most appreciated, and we thank you for the same. We thank the Secretary, Ministry of Education, who unfortunately could not be with us today due to other commitments, and his team consisting of Sri Rakesh Ranjan, Additional Secretary, Ms. Darshana Dabral, the Financial Advisor, Mr. Priyank Chaturvedi, the Deputy Secretary, and other officials in the ministry who have always been supportive to IISER Tirupati, and they will continue to be our partners in the journey of IISER Tirupati, and we gratefully acknowledge their support. Our sincere thanks to Professor K.N. Ganesh, our inspirational leader, for presenting the report and for his constant and unflinching support to all of us, the faculty, the staff, and the students, whenever we needed his guidance and advice, and more specifically in planning and executing this convocation function today. It was his vision that this function should happen in the permanent campus, and we are glad that we did it today. Thank you, sir. I would like to thank all the members of the statutory bodies of IISER Tirupati, IISER Council, the Board of Governors, the Finance Committee, the Senate, the Building and Works Committee for their guidance and support. We are delighted today to have with us Professor K.N. Satyanarayana, Director, IIT Tirupati, who is a member of the Senate and now on the Board of Governors of IISER Tirupati. I take this opportunity to thank you, sir, and through you, the faculty and staff of IIT Tirupati. Dr. Suresh Jain, the Dean of Academic Affairs of IIT Tirupati, is here with us. We gratefully acknowledge the support and cooperation extended by IIT to IISER Tirupati. Our special thanks and good wishes are due in particular to the students of the Institute, and more specifically to the graduating second batch students of BSMS 2016 for their choice of IISER Tirupati, and we are confident that they will flourish and reach great heights in their professional careers and also bring laurels to their alma mater. Congratulations to all of you. I also compliment the parents and guardians of all the students who have joined us online today and thought it appropriate to choose IISER Tirupati for their awards and for the confidence reposed in the Institute during the challenges and the stress posed by the pandemic. The faculty of the Institute needs special mention for having put in all their efforts in successfully completing the academic curriculum and graduating the second batch, despite the last academic year having posed several unanticipated challenges. The academic section of the Institute is a vital cog in the wheel when it comes to managing the life cycle of a student in the Institute. The team, ably and meticulously led by Professor Ambika as the coordinator of academic programs, and Dr. Rajesh Vishwanathan, Dr. Ram Kumar, and now Dr. Raju Mukherjee as the Associate Deans, have been very ably and efficiently supported by Mr. Balamurugan, the Deputy Registrar, and the entire staff of the academic section. Our Deans of Faculty and Dean of Research and Development and the chairs need special mention for the empathy, understanding, and guidance provided to the students during the difficult pandemic times. We also thank them for the support to the administration in organizing this prestigious event. Our thanks are also due to the Government of Andhra Pradesh, the Minister for Education, the senior officials of the Government of Andhra Pradesh, Department of Higher Education, the Commissioner of Technical Education, the Health Department, and also the District Administration led by the Collector, the Municipal Commissioner, TUDA, and the TTD for their cooperation and support. This entire machinery of the Institute would not move smoothly and effortlessly, but for the dedicated and wholehearted work put in by the whole team of administrative and technical staff. The untiring efforts of Mr. Inderpreet Singh Kohli, Mr. Deepak, and the committed teams in administration, finance and accounts led by Mr. Ramesh, IT led by Mr. Srikanth. This entire convocation, the live streaming has all been done by the in-house IT team. We have not outsourced it to anybody. The indefatigable energy of the engineering, purchase, and the technical staff who have worked day and night to ensure that the second convocations happen in our own campus, despite all the teething issues associated with any new campus. A special word of appreciation and thanks to the medical officers, the nurse, the housekeeping and security staff who have kept us all safe, healthy, and ensured that everything functions normally, even during the abnormal and challenging times of the pandemic. The members of various committees of the Institute who were a constant source of support to the students and the administration need a special mention and a word of thanks. We also thank Madam Suchitra and Madam Janki and Colonel Rajshekhar, Registrar IISER Pune, who are here with us. Colonel Shekhar was a mentor registrar of IISER Tirupati when the 2016 batch joined the institute, and he has taken time out to come all the way from Pune to Tirupati and for being here with us. Thank you very much. We sincerely appreciate it. I would like to once again express our gratitude to all of those who joined us in this journey and continue to travel with us. Thank you. I now request our Chairperson, Board of Governors, Professor J.B. Joshi, to declare the convocation closed.
I declare the second convocation of IISER Tirupati closed.
Request everyone to please rise for the national anthem.